Hey everybody, this is Rex Bear with Leak Project. How the heck are you? What you're looking at here next to me, obviously, is some highly concentrated swamp gas from Uranus, aka Astronaut. And this image that's directly from NASA, doesn't that look an awful lot like some type of shadow of this guy or somebody in a suit like this? Let's go back here. Swamp gas. Now, you can see his arms. You can see how he's overextending himself to work on the rover. This was taken by the NavCam. It's the onboard NASA Mars rover Curiosity camera. This is Sol 50. This was taken 2012, 9/26 at 1:59 p.m. 4 seconds. Now, most of you that do a lot of research into Mars anomalies have probably seen this image. But let me take you to the one before this. Once again, directly from marsmobile.jpl.nasa. This is the image taken at, actually, this was taken 28 seconds after the image that I just showed you. So this was 28 seconds after. And you can see the guy's arms still right there. You can still see the shadow. He's almost done completing the task. He's right there. Then if we go to the image before that, or after that, let's take a look at the image that came out 35 seconds after that at 2:07, same day. A minute and 3 seconds after the original image. Looks like everything's put back together. Everything's just fine. Now you can see this for yourself. If you go to right up here, Mars Science Laboratory, raw images, see the latest from Mars. Curiosity sends back raw images for current and prior sols based on commands sent to the mission team or sent by the mission team. The rover uses orbiters to relay back a lot of its data and maximizes each opportunity when they pass by overhead. Curiosity stores any data not transmitted on board. The rover will send back the data on later sols according to the mission team. So select day. This is day 50. You can see there's 444 images. We scroll down here. Boom. Hello. Ding dong. Right there, folks. Now, earlier today, I shared with you an image that is a Google data center that they most likely put on Mars as a marketing campaign. Brilliant idea. Absolutely brilliant. Whether or not it's real, that is what's up for debate. Now, let me ask you this. If something gets released into the public, has to do with, let's say, ETs or flying saucers or something paranormal, or even a political situation. Maybe a picture comes out, somebody in the limelight in Hollywood has lots of money, and they don't want people to see it. What do? Well, it was just a joke. We were just playing around. It was a part of a movie that's coming out. Oh, it was just an April Fool's joke. Now, interesting, at least for me, I find it interesting that the article that Google did, the Google Cloud Platform blog, this came out the day before April Fool's. So for those people that say it was an April Fool's joke, maybe it is, but it also came out prior. And great article. Google Cloud Platform committed to meeting our customers' needs no matter where they are. And we're going to put a Google Cloud network on Mars. So you see this first image right here. Then you click into, I zoomed in via street zoom on Mars because of the rover that's there. And it was interesting because one of the mountains, it was intentionally cut off, and I couldn't figure out why. Maybe it's just a glitch or something like that, but I thought that was kind of bizarre. Here is the image that was under question here, and people say that that is the actual data center from Google here in Oregon, and it's not the same one, and I'll show you. So here is the Google image directly from, let's zoom in, directly from Google, google.es/maps/space/Mars. This is very close to the Curiosity rover. And there's a lot of stuff out there by the Curiosity rover. We're finding shadows of astronauts. Now you can see this superimposed fake artist rendition of what they would want to do to put a data center out there. But this is not the data center from Columbia. And here's the one from Columbia, directly from Columbia. So I guess that would be in Washington State, right? The Columbia River. Well, let's zoom out. No, this isn't Oregon. This is on the other side of Oregon. Washington's just a rock throw away. You could skip a rock across the Columbia River. Just watch out for all the radiation that gets dumped into there from the wonderful facility out there that used to extract plutonium and enormous amounts of uranium, and it has collapsed halls there now. Like recently a hall collapsed there. They said it was just just swamp gas again, no big deal. Nothing to see here. My buddy fishes out there all the time, and he's healthy as an ox. He's like 62, and he's built like just an Irish, Scottish, German dude, and he eats fish from there all the time. So maybe it's given him superpowers. I don't know, but that's the mind power kind of thing we talk about. Still, with that said, I would prefer my fish without radioactive isotopes in them. But let's look at this divagating. Let's take a look at this actual data center, and you tell me this is the same data center that we're looking at. And if you look at the image, it looks like an artist's CGI image, right? This looks like it's CGI, superimposed, doesn't look real, looks too good to be real, looks like somebody drew it on a computer. Well, that's the digital rendering of an image. That's what happens. It's not a photograph like the old school Kodaks or like the ones that would actually create a picture for you when you took the, what were those called? The 35 millimeter or something like, not 35 millimeter, but you know what I'm talking about. The Polaroids. Picture comes out, takes a minute. Oh yeah, there it is. It's got that chemical smell to it. Well, those pictures are different. That's film. This is digital. So when you look at an image like this and say it just looks too good to be true, which to me it does look too good to be true. This looks like, first of all, you would think that you would see more dirt and sand, which got brought to my attention after I got all excited about this earlier. I was like, this is it. This is the smoking gun. They leaked something that they weren't supposed to. Somebody wasn't supposed to see this. Somebody was going to get fired. Well, that's me. I got fired because because this isn't a real base, most likely. So a couple people fired me. They unsubscribed. And hey, we all make mistakes, but I think it's a great idea. I mean, take a look at this. You can even see the shadow right there that they put over it, but you do not see the shadowing of the wires, which somebody made a point about that. But I just want to show you that this is not the same data center as the one that's here on the ground. Bing, bang, boom. Bing, bang, boom. All right. Let's go back to this guy. He's saying hello. This shadow, here he is again, working on the rover. Now, could this be an image from the States? I mean, could this be an image from somewhere here on planet Earth versus somewhere on Mars, and they're just playing games with us like they did on the moon, showing us fake pictures while they're keeping the real stuff for themselves? That's another possibility also. Would that make more sense than there being an astronaut on Mars working on the rover? Are you going to argue that this shadow is not an astronaut working on the rover in full gear? Then let's take a look. Let's go back one more time. Let's take a look at the image that was taken right after that. You can still see the arm. He's still working on the equipment here. And then it's gone. It's got this, looks like a microphone. Or is it? So this image was taken by the nav cam once again. Let's do this. Why don't we go back and look at the full resolution before I close out right here. See, looks like if you look at the timestamps, he was doing something to, what piece of equipment is that? That's what I'd like to know. Is he working on the actual, I mean, it looks like a microphone, right? It kind of looks like this guy. Hello. So maybe that's what he was working on. So that's why you see that image right there. I don't know. I'm asking a question. What do you guys think? Let's zoom in on this. Full resolution. Zoom in. Looks like his, what is that called? That part right there. That's the oxygen tank. Here's the pressure suit. Here's the mask, the helmet. Then you can see these cufflinks. Not cufflinks, but you know what I mean. Right around this area here. These guys. Wow. Looks like camera equipment. So, and once again, full pressurized suit, oxygen tank, full helmet, the patches on his arms there, whatever that is. And he's doing something to that microphone or whatever that thing is that protrudes that looks like my microphone. Here we go. Almost out of the picture. He's like, oops. They're like, get out of there. Get out of there. We're taking pictures right now. This is getting sent back. No. He's like, almost got it. Just give me one more second. And they made it happen. Now, once again, you can see all of the links. I'll leave it in the video description box. So, astronauts on Mars, shape-shifting reptilians from swamp gas, and superimposed images of what looks similar to the Google data center on Earth. But after looking at it again, you can tell that's not the same one. Interesting. If you look at this, you guys, you know, I was talking about dust earlier. It looks like there is dust. Like, so I guess they did a better job on the artwork here because this does look dusty, doesn't it? Let's look over here. Not so much. Little bit. Yeah, definitely. But then what about the wires? Would you not see wire shadows? And then the shadows like right here look a little bit too good to be true, in my opinion. Let me zoom in on that a little bit. Won't let me zoom in more than that. Weird. I don't know. Maybe not. Looks a little too good to be true for me, though. If I really look into detail here, see how straight this shadow is. I mean, I guess maybe it'd be that way. I'm not an expert on shadows. So, and then this area around it, I don't know, that's pretty good detail around there, that's for sure. I would say the detail, they did an outstanding job with the detail. The satellite here. So, there you have it. Question everything. Even when you think you've got the answer, then you have another question about the answer that you just came up with. Be the change you want to see. Question everything. LeakProject.com. Thanks for being here with me.